Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So Bitcoin is fighting back a little bit since falling down over the last 24 hours to a low of about 46,300. We're now sitting at 47,500 mark. Let's take a look at the charts. So you can see here we've broken out. This is our daily chart. You can see we've broken out from our uptrend. We had a good uptrend here, which we saw when we broke this larger downtrend. And now you can see we're forming a bit of a downtrend here within this channel. So we broke out in this daily candle. Which is now pop green. Let's take a look. Let's zoom into the 4 hourly to get some. There we go. So you can see we got this violet down channel here, which we can take a look at. And you can see we've just bounced off the bottom of this channel back up. We need to get back into this larger white upwards trend in order for us to carry on higher here. I wouldn't be particularly anxious just yet. We're still hovering. You've seen we did that here. We kind of hit here, bounced in the channel, back into a downward channel again. Will we bounce? The only difference here is we broke out of this trend. Okay, so, but even here, we lost the EMA ribbon and we gathered it back. We had a big pump here from right to the bottom of the trend line, 44, all the way up there in just a day or so, up to 48. So it's possible to do that again. So I wouldn't be, not that I short anyway, but if you're a shorter out there, you don't really want to be shorting this just yet, but you wouldn't necessarily be adding to a long position right now either. You'd be sitting tight and waiting. We wouldn't flip fully bearish until we beat this, we break below this previous low, which is at the 44,000 mark. So you can see here, the 44,000 mark here. If we broke below this line, then we flip bearish and we could be visiting lower lows. On the other end, if we can get back into this channel and flip this EMA ribbon, we can head higher to 50. You could argue on this 4 hourly chart, just looking at it here, you've got a bit of a head and shoulders pattern going here, which would be a bearish move. Could that be the reason now? We could attempt to draw. Let's see if we can, if that's more prominent on the hourly. Let's have a look. Yeah, so you could argue that's a head and shoulders with a bit of a neckline. Roughly, you could argue a bit of a neckline there. Maybe that's arguing why we're going down. But one to keep an eye on anyway. So we're definitely in that downward channel, which I'd be keeping an eye on. And then we want to see, can we break higher? We need to regain that EMA ribbon. But like I said, you don't want to be bearish until we hit the 44 mark. We're still in a good position. We have slightly lost this upward big trend here. But it's possible it could be a fake out and we can gather it back up. Now, if we touch this white line here to retest the trend line and then bounce back off, that's where we start to get concerned. So if we see, so if we take the pen here, we could see we've just come out of the line here. We retest. If it then bounces back out and breaks this low here, that's where we'd be concerned. Okay. That's where we'd be a bit worried. Now, if we've just come back out, faked out, and we go back in the channel, then we can carry on. Okay, then we can carry on to higher highs. So let's take a broader look at the crypto market. So we can see Bitcoin is still over the last 60 days, 40% up, but obviously we have fallen off the 50. We did get rejected on the 50 level mark, which isn't a good sign. But if we can gather up the momentum to go and test that 50,000 mark again, I'm pretty sure we'd have the momentum to break through the sell wall this time. Cardano has fallen from its highs of 2.9, but still a very handsome 2.6. Good opportunity for those who didn't build enough of a position to start topping up again. If suddenly you were one of those people FOMOing in to Cardano at 2.9, you should have no excuse not to be buying now at 2.6. What fundamentals have changed? So Binance Coin 480, Ethereum still above $3,000 mark. So all the coins have recovered the weaker 24-hour period, and they're all heading up stronger. We just need to build the momentum to now push back. Long term, we've just got to get back up to this 50,000 mark. That was our first rejection there. We've got to build up and give it. I think it's going to take at least one or two tries at the 50,000 level mark before we see any break, because that's how these resistance level works, especially these psychological resistances on round numbers like 50,000. You'll see a lot of sell orders. You'll see even a lot of longs taking profits, traders taking profits. So it can take a good few hits to break through any of these psychological barriers. But definitely not a point to be panicking just yet. Let's not forget we only in July we were sitting at 29,000. So at July we're sitting at 29,000. We're at 47,500. Not a time to be particularly panicked, but we have come out of that upward trend from a technical perspective. But from a fundamental perspective, things are still moving in the right path. I've just made a video on India launching their digital rupee, which is interesting, but it just shows that attention and the focus on blockchain technology and digital assets is gaining mass adoption, and now corporates and countries and central banks are moving at breakneck speed to understand and adopt this technology. We can see that from Amazon to Apple to all these companies, Walmart, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs. They are all looking for experience in the industry, hiring the best brains and building out. They're trying to future-proof their businesses, and they understand this is where the market is going. So from a fundamental perspective, nothing has changed. From a technical perspective, it's good to kind of jump in and have a look at it, but we always have to sprinkle a bit of fundamentals on top just to make sure we're not taking any of this analysis the wrong way. Cool. That's your crypto update for today. And hopefully the weekend coming, we've had a bit of a pattern, actually. Good point, where Monday to kind of Thursday is kind of down, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday has been booming us back up again. So maybe we're in for another strong weekend. We can wait to see. And we'll get an update over the weekend. See you in the next one.